Hey guys! What's happening? Who can tell me what movie that's from? What's happening? Just wrapping up a work day, a life day. Work and life are one. Hello, Australia. What time is it there? It's gotta be, I can never do the math, and I have an Australian team. Hey guys, thanks for hopping on. I'll introduce myself in a quick moment. I just want to do a quick scope today on the importance of events. So I'd love you guys that are on to think about what event you are most looking forward to this year. Hey Britt, hey Casey, hey SoCal. Hi guys, I've got you up on my computer. That's why I'm not looking right at my phone. So my name is Ann Peters. I'm the founder of WholeFit. I'm a holistic nutritionist, personal trainer, mom of two, presidential diamond with doTERRA, and I do everything I do to inspire and empower people to live a life that feels in alignment with who they are, to live a healthier life, and to have the tools to do so. Hi Jenny. And today I wanted to finish up my my workday with you guys. Hi Yolanda. And just open up the topic of the importance of events. And what I mean by events are basically something that you are actually investing money and time into to further develop yourself. So to give you just a quick background of why I'm talking about this, I have a leadership position within the company I've partnered with. So I have a large global team, and a lot of them are on here right now talking about their tickets. They just got to convention. And you know, I don't push people in a forceful way to be at events. I believe that people that truly get it make the time and set aside the money to develop themselves continually, right? Because we're all, or you know, most of us are anyway, on this journey of developing ourselves to be our greatest self, and through that we impact a lot of other people. We attract people to our lives, to our businesses, and it is so important that we are committed to owning our development. And so what I always like to suggest to people when they're looking at making life changes are to, number one, have something in your calendar every year that is outside of your business. That is something that is going to just develop you as a person, fill up your cup. It could be a great networking event where you get to collaborate and meet new people, perhaps make new friends, to build out a circle around you of people who inspire you and help you become a better person. You've got to get out to something to meet these people, you know, so something that is in your calendar every year to actually do this. And then the second thing you want to make time for every year is to, excuse me, is to do something that's going to help develop your knowledge in the industry you're in. So, you know, as a holistic nutritionist and personal trainer, for years I used to invest the time and money to go to fitness conferences, to be around people in my industry, to develop my knowledge so that I could always pour into my clients, right? So that I was staying cutting edge, so I was keeping my tools sharp, right? That's so important in whatever industry you're in. And for many of you, if you work in a corporation, this is somewhat mandated, right, on you. There's certain events that your corporation will have every year that you're required to attend. So it might not be actually something that you enjoy, but you know how important this is to your development. The other thing that people often skip and don't make time for are to actually develop themselves as leaders in their own life first, so that they can be leaders in their company, in their business. If you're an entrepreneur, this is especially important. So I wanted to hear from you guys. For those of you that were on right off the hop, I asked you to think about what event you have in your calendar this year that you're most looking forward to, and I wanted to share with you. I just booked my tickets to doTERRA's annual convention. This is actually the coolest event I've ever been a part of. I've attended 2 years now, and I know a lot of you live on the scope are planning to go. You're not alone, because there are, get this, over 30,000 people every year now attending this event, to the point that they actually can't even fit more people. Last year was the first year they had to actually split it up into two, almost like two separate conventions right in Salt Lake City, because it was so massive. It was the largest event that Salt Lake had ever hosted. So, and those of you in network marketing, you know that Salt Lake is like the hub for network marketing conventions, right? So this is a massive convention, and people that aren't even in doTERRA or in leadership positions attend this convention because of the killer content you receive. It is like nothing else you will ever attend. And what I love most about doTERRA's convention in particular is that it is so full of heart. You know, as massive a company this is, they have managed to stay small while growing very big, very fast. And it's not flashy, splashy cars on the stage and craziness like that and fireworks shows. And it is like such a fill your cup up kind of event. And to really learn all of the research and the cutting edge ways that essential oils are being used in our world today. So it's super cool. I just booked my ticket. Tap some hearts on Scope right now if you are going to doTERRA's annual convention. And yeah, there's a lot of crying at convention. That's right. Hey, Nicole. Yeah, so corporate events are so super important to not only your business, but to you as a person, to be able to pour out to people, right? So a lot of you on live right now are attending this. So I'm so excited to see you there, okay? There's such crazy energy at that event. It's not till September, and actually pre-registration opened today. So only a certain amount of people were actually able to get their tickets. It opens up to everyone else March the 15th. I have a couple other events I'm attending this year, but I'd love to hear from you guys. Yeah, you can bring your babes. Babes are welcome. In fact, doTERRA is such a family-oriented business that they do everything with families in mind. So it's very accommodating for moms. And I would say a good like 80% of people with killer businesses in doTERRA are moms. So anyway, March 15th, for everyone who is looking to get tickets, that's when that goes out. So a couple of the events I'm attending this year that I'm super excited about. This year for me, I really feel like I want to develop my leadership in a bigger way, you know, and really surround myself by the greatest people. And so I'm actually attending Tony Robbins' Unleash Your Power Within in March. Is anyone else going to that here? Or have you been to Tony Robbins' 4-day crazy cool events? I've had a few friends who have gone before. I have done a lot of his trainings in the past through audiobook. And he's an experience, right? He's I think something that a lot of people should look at attending at some point, one of his events. Okay, cool. Yeah, Jackie mentioned she's going to GoPro in December, so I'm going to that as well. We actually have about 40 people on my wellness team going to the GoPro network marketing event in Las Vegas in December. And that is also going to be featuring Tony Robbins and Sir Richard Branson. That's a really great event in December. So aside from that, next week, a week from now, I also am attending our leadership retreat. So I've got like 3 kind of leadership focused events happening in my calendar this year. And then I've got some trips planned to be around people, some mastermind trips in the summer, just to be around people who, again, I just like to be around people who inspire me in my company, you know, people who are at a similar position that I am at. We like to get together and just pour into each other. Because here's the thing about events and development. Oh, Amy came back from West Coast. Yeah, I know. I had a couple of people on my team that went, and they've been just sadly having to be silent because so much of us are heading out to Orlando next week. Yeah, I heard West Coast was just so amazing. Here's the thing with events, you know, they will always be the best investment in your business. Anything that is putting you in a position to develop more as a person is always going to be your best investment. And, you know, especially if you're an entrepreneur, one of the greatest investments you can make on a daily basis is investing in your mind. 20 minutes That's it. That's all it takes most days. In fact, Robin Sharma talks about the power hour. This is something that I think of all the time. I think it is the most effective way to build out a mindset of greatness is to spend about 20 minutes. He talks about 20 minutes in the morning doing some kind of movement, exercise, getting the blood flowing, and 20 minutes developing your mind. So what, maybe that's listening to a podcast. Maybe that's checking out Periscope recordings of people that inspire you. Maybe it's listening to an audiobook or reading a book or just sitting in quiet. For a lot of people, and tuning out the noise is really important when you start your day. And one of the things I want to offer up here to you is resist the temptation. Oh yeah, Hal Elrod, he does the morning miracle, something like that. Awesome. Yeah, Lori said she's listening to the GoPro ebook from our training program. Awesome. Meditation, miracle morning. Thanks, Brittany. Yeah, that's right. Hal Elrod, my friend Jill was just at an event that he spoke at. So I lost my train of thought. This happens way too often to me on Periscope. I don't know what that means. The hair makes me attend. So, okay, I was just talking about development and how important that is to who you are. And I mean, one of the temptations thank you. Thanks, Maria. One of the temptations when you are getting up in the morning is to just look at what everyone else is doing in the world and open up Facebook. How many of you, I have these mornings too where it's like I'll have my phone nearby and I open it up and I see what's going on. I see the 100 notifications on Facebook some days, and it just starts to make me feel crappy at the start of the day, right? Guilty, 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 guilty. I know this is something that we all, I think, really do struggle with when we own our time, when we don't have to be somewhere by 9 o'clock, right? And I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs here in the group. So here's the thing, how you start your day shapes your day. So one of the tips I want to offer is keep your phone, if it's by your bed, if you use it as your alarm clock, keep it on airplane mode so that when you get up, you aren't faced with all these notifications and alerts, okay? Own the beginning of your day. Do what you need to do in the morning to create a little bit of space for yourself before the kids and everybody starts calling and like the gun literally goes off, right? Have that little bit of time in the morning where you can just start to cultivate your mindset for greatness. And follow your heart in terms of what topic you're needing, okay? So if you're like me and you're really feeling like you're being called to develop your leadership and spend time with people, that means that you're not, for me, that means that I'm not spending time with my head in health books all the time. Even though that's a passion of mine, it's something that I am not feeling called to right now, So I really am trying to immerse my mind with everything leadership. What is it for you? Throw up a word, as I'm reading Mary's word. Throw up a word on the scope of what you feel like you're being called to really develop right now. As a person, as a leader, as a friend, as a wife, as a business owner. Angela mentioned design. Yes, so Dana, too much social media bombardment gets you nowhere. It gets you stuck, right? Time management, belief work, Jackie said. Children's nutrition workshops, cool. Balance, serving, belief in self, time management, self-care, leadership, giving. Hey, Jenna, intention. You guys have some really hot topics here. So some of the key things I was hearing were leadership, right? Balance of your time. Some of you had some specific skills you're looking for, elevating kids' health, teaching healthy cooking. Steph mentioned emotions. So what I love about this is if we really tune in, our inner guide, our heart, our compass, whatever you want to call it, your North Star, it always guides you to what you're being called to do next, which is super cool. And the problem with when we are looking at what everyone else is doing and what everyone else is telling us to do, it confuses the heart. It disconnects us from what we're being called to do and creates noise and chaos, and we get stuck. So when you begin your day in quiet and can really just focus on what you feel you're being called to in this season of your life, it keeps you in that momentum, and it keeps you aligned with what you're meant to be doing. And, you know, this all does need to be scheduled. And, you know, so scheduling that time in your day in the morning, honoring that before you open up email, for example, is really important. Just like it is important to schedule events. You know, I was chatting with a mom today who was feeling just really disconnected from herself. She actually has recently joined our wellness team and was, you know, looking at building out her business and really stepping into those entrepreneurial shoes, and yet she's feeling so, you know, like she doesn't know herself right now. And one of the things I always push and advocate for when people are starting out in business is to make sure that you are feeling really good, that you have filled that cup, that you have taken care of you before you launch into a position or business where you are going to be serving others, because it just doesn't work. You know, it needs to be that authentic pouring, you know, because you're feeling so full. So I just said to this mom, look, there's never any pressure, and nobody's expecting you to do everything right, to have this, you know, knock it out of the park business right away. There's actually no schematic for it. The main objective is that you are feeling so much joy in your life that it naturally is causing you to share and pour into other people. It's a very different feeling in business when you can lead that way. And we all have, and you know what I shared with this mom was every single week I have that feeling of, whoa, I need to take it down a notch. I'm not in a position to pour right now. I've got to go take a bath. I've got to go for a walk. I've got to shut down the computer. I've got to go snuggle or dance with my kids. I'm very tuned into that because I know I have a responsibility to myself, first of all, to protect that, but also to the people that I am leading, because I really am very conscious of, as a leader, I want people to see that this is what you have access to when you are in complete control of your time. You can decide when it's time to take the brake or the gas off and when it's time to go forward a little more. You decide that, and that is extremely empowering and exciting. And so I like people to know that I'm not this burnt out presidential diamond in my company. I love my life, but I do have days that are tough. There are days that I have where I feel it. I feel the responsibility. I feel the thick schedule, putting too many things into my schedule or on my to-do list, you know. Yeah, like, you know, like you, I'm famous for doing that. And I was talking with this mom today, and she said, you know, it's like every day I sabotage myself with this list of 100 things I know I'm not going to get done. And I was like, yeah, you've nailed it, because this is a form of betrayal, this lie that we build for ourselves sometimes. So I'm talking about a lot of different things right now. I realize that, but I think, you know, my core message right now, as I just finished booking these events in my calendar. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you guys are feeling this. As I was booking these events in my calendar, I was looking at my year and what I have planned, and I started deleting some things out. I was looking at my year already, that I had already kind of started filling things in certain areas. And I looked at, you know, what really feels light to me when I look at my year, and I reminded myself that I'm in complete control of this. So anything that's on here that I don't feel joy about, I'm not a tree, I'm not stuck, I can change it. This is why I've built the life that I have. And this is why, for many of you who are in positions right now where you are not in direct control of your time, please plug yourself into something that's going to get you there, because it's such a gift to yourself to be able to say no more than yes. And so things like plugging in events, your most important priorities into your schedule, is a form of self-love. And then let other things float around that. So this was the advice I gave this mom today. Instead of this list of 100 things that don't make sense for today, because you know you're doing it to sabotage yourself, make a list, and at the very top just write the word joy or bliss or happiness. feel-good word, and write down things that make you feel that way, whether it's going and getting a coffee and walking at the mall, or going to the spa, getting a pedicure, or meeting a friend for coffee, or sitting in a coffee shop and just reading books and people watching. Whatever that is, plan in time every week where you can do these things that make you feel light and give you joy. And then start to work other things around that, because when you're feeling like you're just stretched too much, it means that this has got to go away, and the bliss list needs to come out. Because this will happen when you're feeling more full, right? And this is what owning your schedule and being at those key events does for your life. It really does take you to that next level so you can serve, that next level of people. So before we hop off, anybody have any cool events coming up in their schedule they want to share? I heard GoPro, heard a lot of people going to conventions. How many of you are attending some kind of a corporate event this year, something that's going to, will develop you as a person so you can go to the next level in your business? Awesome, Dana. Lecturing on healthy cooking with Tracy Anderson in Tampa. Cool. Tracy Anderson is like that celebrity trainer, right? Convention, Ayurvedic yoga retreat. That sounds so yummy. Planning an Aroma Touch clinic for my team. Awesome. I love Aroma Touch. It's just like my favorite way to love on my kids when they're not feeling good. Steph is convention bound. Woo woo! Yay! It's gonna be so awesome. I'm going to an orphan convention in Orlando. Will help with my missionary work. Wow. Super cool. Casey, you gotta come. You gotta go. Convention and GoPro. Awesome, Jackie. I know those are two big commitments. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. Canadian Diamond Tour in April. Hey, Ange. Convention. Clark Duffy attended a Blonde Ladies Periscope. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Nicole. Wow, Nicole. Baby date. Alexander's yay, convention and GoPro. Yeah, Yolanda can give you some tips, Nicole, on how to make it out very pregnant. So cool. So a lot of you are heading out to conventions, corporate events. That's awesome. Yay, awesome. We've got a lot of Oilers on live today. This is awesome. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, my kids are going to bust through the door in like 2 minutes. So thank you. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. So I wanted to hop on here before the day ended. I'm surprised they're not home yet. Lori, you've got to come. It's like nothing else you've ever experienced. It's crazy, the energy at these events. Hey, so I'll probably come on tomorrow and do a Q&A. I've been doing them most Wednesdays at 2 o'clock. Actually, you know what? Tomorrow is not going to work. I just realized I have a call at 2 tomorrow. So stay tuned. I'll do probably one more this week, a Q&A. I'll post it to Instagram. If you guys want to connect with me on other channels, you can find me on Instagram at HolFit, HOL_FIT. Website is hol-fit.com, and email is heyholfit@gmail.com. I'm going to go get some snacks ready for the kids. Thanks for joining live today, you guys. And for those watching the recording, appreciate you. Thanks for the hearts. And we'll talk to you guys later this week.